Hello guys, hope you're doing well. Just thought I'd jump on. I've got these two Manbily tripods here. I'm sure you've seen them before. Those of you who look at the channel or whatever have seen my page and many other people's pages. You'll see this one on the left, or yeah, my left. This one's been around a little while with the ball head on the top, so it spins around. There's a little lever there that'll spin it around this way, and then you've got a control on the side for up and down, round and round. Lovely and smooth. Locks off nice and tight. I've been using that a while. These accessories are good as well, so you get the foam pads just to take that chill off so that the carbon fibre doesn't suck the heat out of your hands when you're out in the winter. But it'll take, obviously, you can see on there that I've got the air gun on there at the minute, and on the side it'll just take the Picatinny. You can take that straight off. I've also got the saddle as well that you'll see that they do. You can pop on here and it'll hold a gun if you don't have that Picatinny attachment on there. It also has Arca Swiss built into the same attachment here. So it's difficult to see, but there is Arca Swiss and both Picatinny on that. But yeah, fantastic tripod, weighs next to nothing. 2 kilos around that, so you can carry it around all night, you don't really know it's there. Gives you a nice solid shooting platform. There is another one that I believe has literally been released today. I've been testing this one a little while, not as much as this left hand side one, but you can't really say anything negative about this tripod. The price for it as well, considering the other ones on the market, you could be paying twice, 3 times even the amount you would for this one. So go check out that website, manbilyhunting.com. This is essentially exactly the same tripod. They're both, for all intensive purposes, do the same thing. Built the same. You've got these locking levers here, a couple of little twists like that, and then they will go in and out, and then lock them off again. There has been problems with some other ones that I've seen that these will sort of over tighten, and the glue where it connects to the carbon fibre will come loose. And then the leg's obviously no good anymore because you can't lock it off, but there's been no issues with this one. The difference you can see, whether you can see on camera or not, but all the controls here on this one are all on the little knobs on the side, which are great, they work fine. But I found myself catching my knuckle on this one every time I moved it, so I'd mentioned to them about a possible lever lock. I know it's not new to the hunting world, there's a lot around like that, but Manbily kindly have reproduced the same tripod in a couple of different variants. This is the same as this one, but without, as you can see, that big ball head on the top. And on this one, I'll come a bit closer so you can see. This just has a lever, thumb lever lock. So you can undo it like that. Does the same thing. Nice ball head inside, nice and smooth. And you can either lock it off slightly just to hold it, or all the way solid. Of course, that saves weight. You can hold that up with one hand, 1.5 kilos, if that. But yeah, fantastic. And I think that small addition, small adjustment to this tripod has really made a difference. But everything else is effectively the same. The Arca Swiss plate on the top with the built-in Picatinny as well. You can get the saddle, which will sit the same way as it does on this one. And you just pop it on the top, lock this off, and you've also got a pig saddle there, should you need it. Nothing underneath, which is what I like. You can get your arms in there. Some other tripods, if you're holding them like this can get in the way. It can be the way you maneuver them. There's some other brands that you need to get your hand in here to move it around, which kind of defeats the object when you've got your arms hunting and around there. You can see on the sides here, little clip that pops in and out, that you can extend the legs all the way in, and they'll lock off naturally on the teeth. And this will go all the way to prone, so you can lie on the floor with this and use it as a bipod, but it's a much more solid position. And it'll lock off like that, and there's nothing underneath getting in the way to stop you doing that. It's at its tallest at the minute. I'm 6 foot, and of course this is plenty of space for me to have it there, so I'll stand back at this other one just to give you an idea. So I'm 6 foot, and that's obviously too tall for me, so I would have to drop the legs down slightly, but it's a nice easy adjustment, just a tiny little thing like that, and it will move to wherever you need it to, lock it back off, and you're good to go. And then obviously the accessories, that will come straight off that one and onto that one. And just that bit of grip, and taking the carbon fibre can get quite cold, so it's quite nice to just have that there so that your hands don't get freezing cold. They do a couple of other little things as well. There's like you see on the camera tripods, there's a netting that fixes to these 3 legs underneath here, so you can put ammunition in there, you can put your portable charger, whatever you want. And there's also a nice bottle holder on the side, but it doesn't have to be for a bottle, you can use it for all sorts of bits. So I've actually had the thermal in there before, rather than it hanging around my neck, hindering what you're doing. But both have pros and cons. Just depends on what it is you want to do. I prefer this lever lock one, if I'm honest, for the weight saving. Also just for that ease of use there. There's less to do, there's less spinning around. It's just that one thing to adjust, and you get that left, right, up and down. This one's perfectly fine, but of course, to adjust that left and right, there's a little twisty knob here, which will turn the whole thing and lock it off. And then there's another big one on the side that will knock that off there. One of the nice thing about this one actually is if I spin it around all the way, it will sit the gun vertical like that, pointing down at the floor, which is great. This is just an air rifle. It weighs next to nothing, but I've had the Foxing rifle on here, which is a very heavy gun. It's got a varmint barrel and no trouble at all. It's been sat there all night long in strong wind, and this thing's never budged. But for the money, both of these tripods, take a look, manbilyhunting.com. If you've got any questions, just reach out and get out there and give them a go. Great bits of kit.